Hi, I'm Mary. Thank you for joining us today while we stretch and get a little stronger so that our everyday activities are just a little easier to do. Before you begin this or any other program, you'll want to make sure you check with your doctor, and he'll tell you exercises you should or should not do. You'll also want to wear close, comfortable clothing, as both Carol and I have. Make sure it's loose and flexible so when you stretch, you don't snap anything or allow that to restrict your movement. Also, you'll want to work at your own pace. You don't want to bounce or force any move. It wants to be nice and easy. So because you're working at your own pace, you want to be really in tune with how your body feels. Maybe this arm can reach way up here and this arm has a big problem with it. That's okay. Let this arm go and be very conscious of the availability of range of motion of the other arm. So just really listen to your body when it says to back off. It's really important to do that because if you do, that'll allow you to be exercising consistently. So if you really pay attention to how it feels with your body, and then you tune in again tomorrow and you do it again and you go, wow, I could reach a little more with this arm. So it's the consistency of doing it that's going to help you get stronger and more flexible. Also, of course, when you're exercising, if you smile, like Carol and I are smiling a lot because we love doing this, when you smile, it really helps you feel better. Mind, body, and spirit. Speaking of which, here's Carol.
Hi, I am so happy to be here. I love doing exercises, but I like to have some company. So this way, you have company, and I have company.
That's perfect. And when we exercise together, guess what? You and I become friends. Carol and I are friends, right. And now you and I are friends. We love exercising with friends. And so make sure that you tune in and exercise with your friends.
Yes.
But remember, always, always listen to your body. That's the most important thing. Okay, today, oddly enough, we're going to do stretch and strength training using pantyhose or something that stretches. So, if you don't happen to have pantyhose, and very few people do, but if you do have pantyhose, that's great. If you just have standard stockings, you can take one stocking. If you just have stockings, the ones you used to put the garters on. You may not have them, but if you do, you can just tie the legs together like this, and then you'll make one long big set of pantyhose. If you say to yourself, I don't have pantyhose, but I really want to do this workout. Well, if you have a pair of socks, this is my favorite pair of socks. So I tied the toes together because that was the smallest portion of the sock. And now I can pull and stretch, and I can use my socks. Now, you may have suspenders too. Or, I don't know, in the 60s, I had those stretchy belts, those belts that stretch. And you could use a stretchy belt if you wanted to. If you do have suspenders or a belt, you'll want to be very careful with the ends. Like suspenders have those little sharp clips. So if you do have suspenders, you may want to take, maybe a pair of gloves and just go over the end of the suspender where the clip is, or if you have a belt or where the belt buckle is. So you always want to make sure that you're very protective and very safe when we exercise. So these are socks, and we are going to be using pantyhose. But you can use whatever you want. I actually didn't have anything, and I wanted to stretch when I was on vacation. So I took a pair of leggings. Leggings? How stretchy leggings are. And I pulled the leggings. Thank heavens I didn't rip them because I was going to wear them the next day. But I do have to tell you, one part of it was sagged out a little bit. So just anything that's a little bit stretchy. It could be an ace bandage. If you have ace bandages around the house, they're stretchy. And if it's too stretchy, you can always double up. So we want to get something that's a little stretchy. Somewhere around the house, I know you have something a little stretchy. Okay, before we do work with our pantyhose, we're going to need to get our muscles and ligaments and tendons all ready for action. So we're going to start just by tapping the toes. And we're sitting nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Right in front of the hip is the knee, and then down from the knee is the ankle. And then we tap our fingers. Good. Oh, I heard this great thing about rain. Do you want to do rain? This isn't part of the program, but it's really, really cool. Okay, here we go. Out comes the sun. There you go. There you go. And then the clouds come over the sun. And then little raindrops. Pitter pat, pitter pat. And then the raindrops are a little more. And then there's thunder. And then there's a big storm. Whoa, we got a big storm. And then the thunder goes away. And the splatty rain goes away. And out comes the sun. Isn't that so cute?
Oh.
That wasn't part of what we're supposed to do. But, it was kind of exciting. All right, so we tap our toes and our heels. We roll our hands to the tips of the fingers and then back to our wrists. We're sitting nice and tall, and golly, we feel great. And we feel grateful. We have safe places to live, good food, water, because remember, we have to drink our water, clean air. We're so lucky. And then we hold it here. You're going to roll to the outside of the pinky and the outside of the baby toe, opening up the hands. Good. Then we're going to roll in and try to pull the pinkies up. And we try to push that big toe down, down, down. Here you go. And relax. Good. So now, nice and easy, we're going to start with just tapping the heel out. Just tap the heel out and tap the heel out. Then we bring our hands right by our shoulders. Belly in, chest up. Get ready to press. Same arm, same foot. Same arm, same foot. Good. Now, this is very cool. See, you can tell Carol's a dancer because I hear Actually, wasn't there a tap dance step called the train? I don't know. Gloria Rossetti said there's this, when I took tap dancing, yeah, there was like the train step. Two hands. Now, this is a brain trick. We were going same hand, same foot. We're going opposite hand. Whoa, you did it right away. And we push, and we push, and we sit so tall. Good. Now let's lift the knee. We lift the knee just a little bit, and now we cross and touch the knee, and then we draw the elbow back and sit nice and tall. Our shoulders are relaxed and down, and now we go with just the knee. Good, and tap the heel out. Same arm, same foot. Relax the shoulders, and your shoulders can be relaxed, especially if your elbows are a little lower than your shoulders. We're pushing, and now just the legs for 4 and 3 and 2, and you are done. My legs hurt.
Yay!
Ah! Okay, so we were going forward and back. Now we're going to sit nice and tall and tap out and in and out and in. There you go. Good work. Now the hand follows the foot, and we push away, Dixieland. Oh, I wish I were in the land of cotton. I like that song. I think that was by Stephen Foster. I might be wrong. 2 hands. Push. Sitting nice and tall. And now opposite hand, opposite foot. Whoa. Boy, I couldn't trick you. The first one was absolutely great. Good. So you'll notice I'm kind of lopping from one side to the other, but Carol has this little thing going on.
Well, you gotta do that.
That's right, because she's a dancer. Good job. Double hands for 4 and 3 and 2 and just the leg for 4 and 3 and 2, and now we're done. That's a lot of work on the leg. So let's push our energy with the heels of the hands towards the knee. Good. And let's tap the outsides of the leg, and then the knee, and then if it's okay with your back, come down a little bit. Go over the shins, come up. Good. And then we tap inside the leg. Good job. And then up to the top. Good. Wow, that was great. Okay. So we're working on our meridians and our energy centers. And sometimes that's a good way to wake up.
Oh, yeah.
If you just take your hand and you tap up the outside of the arm, down the inside, up the inside, down the outside, and switch. Up, tap, out. And you're just tapping your arm, waking up everybody, tapping your chest. Although when I tap my chest, I always want to go, Tarzan. Okay, we got a little distracted, sorry. Okay, shoulders up, back, and down. Because we're going to be pulling and pushing with our stretchy item, we want to make sure that our shoulders are flexible. Let's go in the other direction. Pull the shoulders back and up. And as we draw our hands, watch what happens to our hands. Our thumb goes in, our thumb goes out. Our thumb goes in. That's it, just like that, just like that. And relax. Whew. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so you can grab your pantyhose. I can grab my socks. Although I really want my pantyhose, so I'm going to grab the pantyhose. Okay, so because these are so stretchy, we're going to double up on our pantyhose, okay? Sitting nice and tall, breathe in. We lock our hands, elbows down. The backs of our hands are towards our shoulders. We breathe in. And as we exhale, we take this hand and push out a little and in. And the other hand out a little. Good work. So if you say to yourself, it's really, really hard for me to stretch out like this, that's okay. Because all you have to do is take and make a little loop like this. See, so it's a little loop. And then you just tie a knot at the end. Because really, for some people, it's really, really hard to wrap your fingers around anything. And so if you have a little loop, you can make a little loop on the other end, or you can hold one end and just push with the hand so you can see that my fingers aren't wrapped around at all. Or if you don't want to make a fist, you can wrap your hands around and then open it and then push out. So there are lots of ways you can do this. You don't have to just hold on. And it may be something that you want to hold on, but your hand maybe slips. That's okay. Just make a little knot at the end, just like this. And that's your little knot that you can gently push out, okay? So here we are nice and tall, and we're going to press out 4 times to the side, 4 times to the side. But our belly's in, chest is up, shoulders up, and then slide those shoulders back and down. Here we go. We're going to do 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Switch, please. For 1 and 2. Do it again. Add the leg. 1 and 2 and 3. Switch now. 1 and 2. Heel taps forward. Double pull. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. I felt that in my shoulders. Jeez. All right. So we were working just a little bit. We could do more, but we want to move right along and let's go get our legs. This is really a fun exercise. So we're going to take our pantyhose, and some people like to pull their foot up like this, but for some people it's really tough. So I breathe in, lengthen my spine, flat back folds, and I go under the middle of my foot. So I'm under the middle of my foot. As I lean back, I pull my elbows back and I lock my hands, lock my elbows right on the chair back. I'm going to push out a little and in. Good. Out a little. Good. This is really good for your legs. If it's hard for you, now you'll notice that Carol's really pushing up. But if I'm having a hard time with this, I just might be pushing down like this. Both are good. Carol goes up and I go down because this is what works for me. Now we're going to use our hands. We'll let the hands go and pull the elbows back. Let the arms go. Pull the elbows back. Do your best. Do your best. Make sure it doesn't hurt anywhere. Good, and done. Hola mola. There you go. Now, because we've been wrapping around, we really need to make these fingers all stretched out. So we push with the heel of the hand, let our hand come over, pull the fingers back just a little bit. And if you want, you can push the heel of the hand away. So you get a nice stretch all down here. Because our hands have been wrapped around the pantyhose or whatever you're having or with you that's nice and stretchy. Then the other hand, our hands like this. We take this hand and push the fingers back. And then if we want more of a stretch, and I'm sure you do, you push through the heel of the hand. That's it. Our shoulders are relaxed and down. We feel wonderful. That's it. That's it. And relax and just shake it out. Good. All righty. So we got one leg. Good news. Bad news is you've got another leg. So here we go. So you can either put your leg like this and bring it around, or you can place the heel forward slightly, belly in, flat back folds forward a little bit through the hinge on the hips, loop it underneath. And for this one, it's a really, really fun one. So as we sit up and lean back, we draw our elbows back to glue them to the chair, and we push forward and in. I'll show you from the side, pushing forward and in. Pushing forward and in. So my legs really, really working hard to push against the resistance of the pantyhose. Now I'm going to let my arms go with the leg. I'm going to go with the leg. I'm going to pull my arms back. My leg pushes and my arms pull back. Actually, I can feel my shoulder blades roll into the chair back. And so I know I'm working the upper back. Can you feel that? Mm-hmm. You know you're working the upper back. So important. And slowly relax down. All righty. Let's give the pantyhose a break. Because our hands have been wrapped around, we want to interlace the fingers and push the palms down. If you have arthritis and it's difficult for you to interlace your fingers, simply place one hand on top of the other. Push down, lift the chest up through. It feels so good. And now push the hands away. Nice. Try to relax the shoulders, but lift the chest and head up high. Now you're going to take these hands, you're going to separate them, roll the hands out and in. Out. You'll notice your elbow lifts wide and your elbow drops. Good. Good. That's it. Now we're going to bring our fingertips in, thumbs up, draw the elbows back, feel the shoulder blades roll together. Good. And we're going to swing the back of this hand up there, the back of this hand down there. Here we go. We're actually going to lean and stretch. Slowly come back to the heart. Stretch and open the heart. Good. Come back to center. And we lengthen and we reach. It's like we're hugging the beautiful, peaceful world. Good. And we pull the backs of the hands back. And if one shoulder hurts, just do your best. Just do your best. Moving and stretching, it just feels so doggone good. And last one here, pull back. And now we're going to place the hands on the thighs and we're going to lean forward. So our fingertips are going forward this time. I'll show you from the side. We breathe in, sit tall, ear, shoulder, hip. As we fold forward, the weight of the upper body is on the heels of the hands. Flat back, we fold forward. But this time we're going to come up. And now when we come forward, we're going to stretch one hand out and reach. Fingers wide, thumbs up. Good. Come back. Let's do it again. We're going to reach. Good, good. Flat back. Beautiful. Now you'll notice I'm only come forward a little, but Carol's getting a great, great stretch. So remember, there's no perfect way to do it. You want to do it the way that it's best for you right now. And you might have one arm that really reaches long. That's it. And you might have one arm that it really is longer. And then come back to center. Now, this time, fingers in. Breathe in and lengthen the spine. Exhale, the flat back comes forward and the elbows come wide. That opens up the chest and rolls the shoulder blades together. Then we push the heels of the hands down. Drop the hands, roll the thumbs back, pull the thumbs back and open. Golly, that feels great. Feel that chest and the heart open. It feels so doggone good. And then slowly come back to center. How are you feeling? Now, A lot of people think that they cannot work their stomach if they're in a chair. I have a surprise for you. Yes, you can. So if you'll notice, both Carol and I have our buttocks towards the edge of the chair. I'm just going to go a little bit to the side so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So when we lean back, you do not want to arch the back and lift the head like this. As you lean back, you want to drop the chin so the chin remains parallel to the floor. And what happens is when you drop the chin, the neck is relaxed, then you drop the ribs a little bit. Your stomach comes in and helps pull you up. So we lean back, let the fingers slide back on the thighs. Use your stomach muscles to pull you up. Good. Lean back a little bit, drop the chin, and then pull up with the stomach muscles. Now we're going to use the hands too. The hands come back, and we push and sit tall. We come back, and we push and we sit tall. Good, so when we come back and the arms come back, that's a little extra work for that stomach. You probably didn't notice. And we lean back. Good, good. Make sure that back doesn't arch up. That back wants to be nice and neutral and come center. Now we're going to take care of that back by placing our hands on our thighs. As we breathe in and lift the chest, the small of the back is going to arch slightly. So hold on to your knees, breathe in, lift the ribs, and almost pull back and lift the chest up through. Breathe in. Now as you breathe out, push the small of the back down and drop your gaze between your knees. Breathe in, pull. That's it. You've got it. They call this cat-cow because when we arch our back, we look like a cow. And when we round the back, we look like an angry cat on Halloween. When I arch my back, I look like a pretty Jersey cow. And when I round my back, I look like a scary cat. And up. So now that was forward and back. We did our side to side. We're going to do spinal rotation. So you breathe in and bring your arms just up this high. As you exhale, you're going to bring this hand to the outside of the opposite leg. Slide this hand back to the back of the chair. Sit tall first, breathe in. And as you exhale, turn your head, then use your hand on your leg to pull you into spinal rotation, going slowly. So if there's anything that's going to kick in, you can stop it right away. Then use your eyeballs to look further. Slowly come back to center, breathe in. And as you exhale, float the hands down. Sit tall first, breathe in. As you breathe out, use this hand and use the hand on the chair to assist in a spinal rotation looking behind you. Sitting tall, use your eyeballs, look further. Good. And slowly, slowly come back. Good. Let's do it breathing up. Try this. You can keep your hands here, or you can go all the way up. And as you exhale, hold on. Breathe in, sit tall, turn and look back. Slowly come back to center. Reach up for all good things. As you exhale, slightly turn, hold on. Sit tall and turn and look back. So the second one, you should use your eyeballs and be able to see a little bit further. And slowly come back to center. Great job. So we're going to do our shoulder rolls. Good. We're going to bring one fingertip over to the opposite shoulder. And then we're going to bring those fingertips to the opposite hips. Good. And our body weight shifts side to side. Then we're simply going to bring our hands by our shoulders. One arm reaches down and one arm reaches up. That's it, just like that. Good. Just feel your ribs lift off of your hip, getting a nice stretch on the side. Always do your best. And then come right back to center. Wow, we had a good time together. You did so well. That was terrific, even with pantyhose. Okay, let's take a great big breath in, gathering goodness, blessings, and miracles. They are there. Pull them right to your heart. Shake out all your cares and worries. Then gather newness of hope. Bring it to your heart. Now we have too much goodness. What are we going to do with it? We're going to share it with the world. Great. One more great big breath in. And as you exhale, know and understand that somehow, some way, all will be well. Yahoo! Great job. You did so well. I can't wait to see you again. See you soon.
Yep.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.